welcome. We are again in the field that was planted 7 days ago now. One part of the field with the Sumo DD3 and the other part of the field with the Simba Horsch Tine drill. If you've watched the videos previously, you'll know that we had certain issues, I think, with going down through the trash. So I just thought we'd come in now, seeing as we have a fine day, and we'll have a look at the two. First of all, the Simba drill, where we've got some trashy stuff here, and if you remember, it had put the seed well down through the trash into the soil. And basically what we have here is we have seed which has chitted quite happily. Now it's sitting. I've just happened to have picked on some here on the Simba side, where it is actually the seed sitting in the trash, as you can see there, but it's still chitted. And that, going back to when we planted, all of that trash that was under there was bone dry and sitting, but it's taken on the moisture. We've had quite a lot of rain, and it's still producing. There's the one there that was sat on the soil, nicely chitted. There we go. Got its first roots out, and the shoot probably around about 3 mil long. So I'll put them back. So that's the Simba Horsch Tine. Now let's take a look across here at where the DD3 planted, and we'll have a look again at some fairly trashy area, and I think that looks like a fairly trashy cut. Now, because of all the rain we've had, see how wet the trash is underneath. Now there we have the drill cut, and there's a seed. Basically it was more or less on the surface, and it has still chitted. We'll see how well it'll root in a few weeks time, but let's have a little bit of a dig here and see what we can find. Now there's a one. There's some seed there sitting in the trash, what they call hairpinning. And oh, come out, you little tinker. Where are we at? Come on, come here. I keep losing them. I haven't got my glasses on again. But there we have. It's sitting in the trash there, and it's still chitted. It's putting out its feeler roots. Now, whether they're going to survive going through that trash, but it's very wet, that. So they are in contact with something, maybe not the soil. But we need to follow this through, and it'll be interesting to see what happens at emergence and how it affects emergence and timeliness of said emergence. So let's find the piece that's not so trashy with the DD3 and see what we've got there. You know, they were just chitted. So let's see if it's getting harder and harder to see here, but I think we've got a run here. And let's see if we can find some. There we go. There's a seed there falling straight onto it, right in soil, and you can see that is further on. Okay. So let's have a little bit of a dig and see if we can find some more. Oh, there's another one. There's another one. Not terribly scientific that, but that one is, and that was in soil, and it's as far on as the seed that was sitting in the trash. So again, we're going to follow this through a little bit more. Well, we're going to follow it right the way through the year, all the way to harvest. But in summary, Horsch Tine drill through trash, seeds chitted, producing its first roots. Sumo DD3 through trash, and possibly not being quite as effective of getting the seed in contact with the soil, but sitting on a bed of oilseed rape pod trash has germinated in the conditions that we've had, bearing in mind that it has been wet, there's been a lot of rain. How they would have fared had it stayed dry, well, that's another question. But there we go, that's the second report on the Sumo DD3 and Horsch Tine drill comparison. So that, I would imagine, this lot should be up through the ground by this time next week. So then we'll see. We'll try and catch it at emergence, and we'll see what effect the seedbed situations had on emergence. It doesn't seem to have affected germination that much so far. Not a very scientific test, I know, but it's about the best we can do with what we've got. Okay, thanks for watching and thanks for listening. Catch you later.